DAN-N8TCK, November 8, Tango Charlie Kilo.
Tango Charlie Kilo, Roger, Roger, what's the name there?
Tango Charlie Kilo, Roger, Roger, what's the name there?
Name is Dan, Delta Alpha November, on the FT-1200 issue with the sun.
Don, I've been around twice now on my SDRs, and I still do not have a good copy on you, so I don't know if we're going to be able to make contact or not. Let me try just a little bit more. Tell me the best thing you like about your radio, Roger.
Or tell me the best thing you like about your radio, Roger.
Okay. FT-1200, go ahead.
Running a FT-1200, is that a Roger?
Yes, that is correct. The name is Dan, Delta Alpha November.
Okay, and what's your location?
I'm in Cleveland, Ohio. Cleveland, Ohio.
Okay, Dan, it could be that we might be able to get you up a little bit higher in your audio. First thing would be to make sure you're in that 100 to 2900 transmit bandwidth called wide. That radio is fairly new, I assume.
Yeah, they stopped making the 1200 some time ago. I think I am in the wide mode. I turned up the microphone setting a little bit.
Yes, sir. It helps just a little bit there. And so if you're in that wide mode, let's go to the compressor. We want just a 3 out of 10 or 30 out of 100, depending on how it's labeled. We're just looking for a third of the compressor processor. So it'd be, depending on how it's labeled, a 3 out of 10 or 30 out of 100. Roger?
Oh, okay. Let's see. Okay, I'm at, right now, I'm at, right there is 30 with the processor, 30 with the processor, go ahead, 30 with the processor.
Roger, Roger. Okay, now go to your ALC meter with mic gain in hand, and as you say the magic word audio, don't stress it, just say it, and we're just interested in the first part of that word, the ah. If you look at that word, that part of the word on a spectrum analyzer, it's just wall-to-wall harmonics. So it's a beautiful word to use as a setup tone. You become a human test generator. So as you say the word audio, adjust your mic gain until your AOC meter is running 2/3.
Well, I'll tell you, my singing teacher and my doctor, when examining my throat, would certainly agree with you. There I am at 2/3. How's that? 2/3 right there with the ALC.
Oh, yes, yes. I have a very good copy on you now. And let's see. Tell me about your antenna system one more time.
Just the dipole. Just the wire dipole, 30 feet up. 30 feet up on the roof. Go ahead.
All right, I'm copying you on my Georgia antenna a little bit there. Your tone page, can you get to that?
Your tone page, can you get to that?
Yeah, you want me to...
Yeah, if we can get to your EQ page, your tone page.
Yeah, okay, so it's at 159 begins at parametric EQ frequency 200 is where it's set right now, which is what they call for. It's at
Okay, sir, do you have a P set of controls? Since your, well, we don't know if your compressor's on or not, do we?
Oh, yeah, the compressor is on.
Okay, do you have a P set of controls for your processor on?
Actually, that's incorrect. The processor was not on. Hold on 1 second. Let me go back to menu.
Some radios have all that stuff and some don't, you know. To me, I would not like them associated like that. I would like to have the EQ by itself, not affected by the compressor, you know, so I can deal with each one separately as opposed to interrelated, Roger.
Yeah, the processor's on now. I apologize. My processor was not on. It's now on, Ray.
Okay, talk to me just a little bit. Let me look and see if I can get a little bit better copy on you, Roger.
Okay, very good.
Let me look, see if I can get a better copy on you, Roger.
The first setting for the EQ frequency is 200. That is the first one at 200. And again, the processor is on with ALC at 3/4 of the way.
Yeah, it sounds pretty good to me. I can't get to my local antenna. It doesn't, you don't come up on my local antenna, but I do copy you around the country on my SDRs, and when I can hear you, it sounds really good. Now, if you happen to have a few watts stored back in the closet, we sure could use those, though.
Boy, I'll tell you, I wish I did. I never did get an amplifier for this radio, but one day I'm looking at that Kenwood 890. I really want to buy that radio, so I don't want to buy an amplifier yet until I get the radio that I want. I've had this 1200 for about 8 years now, and I was at DX Engineering and looking at that 890, that Kenwood, and I'll tell you, I love the way that receives. Go ahead.
Roger, Roger. I heard enough of that on my local antenna. That is 7300 on a dipole, and you were about 4 dB above my noise level. So I had a pretty good copy on you. So your EQ sounds really good. I wouldn't touch that. I would just leave that right where it is.
Oh, okay. Well, that's great news. That's great news. So everything sounds well balanced now with the tone, and the processor is on. I think I told you it was on 30. From 1 to 100, it's on 30. Is that where you'd like it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. See, it seems like a 30 and a 3 and a 6 are the same thing, except that the 6 gives you suck up between the words, and that doesn't do anybody any good. So we decided that a 3 would be a nice compromise there. You'll never hear it on the air, but it does do quite a bit of fortification on the voice, Roger.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I couldn't agree more. Sometimes I hear that drag. I know what you're talking about. You don't want it to be overbearing. But just to question you once more. So with the EQ right now, everything sounds great. I'd listen to it on the headphones, but when you're listening to yourself on the headphones, it's hard to know if you're hearing yourself in your head or you're hearing yourself through your ears, you know?
Yes, sir. Well, the thing is, I think earphones are distracting when you're listening to yourself. You might listen to your receivers in your earphones, but actually to listen to yourself can be very distracting. And also, depending on how your earphones are, as far as leakage, you could have garbage getting back into your audio, Roger.
I'm not listening with headphones. I was just referring to when I was using the EQ to adjust the EQ, that I was trying to hear myself on the headphones as I was adjusting the EQ a few weeks ago. But no, I agree with you. I don't like to wear headphones at all for any purpose, because I don't feel like I'm getting an accurate sound. So I couldn't agree more with you.
Roger there, Dan, and Gosh, if you get a chance and you want to hear your audio, if you go to YouTube, do a call, let us search for KC9VKV, followed by the word logbook. That's Kilo Charlie 9 Victor Kilo Victor, followed by the word logbook. That will take you to this recording. It'll be cut number 1 in a series of 3300, and I'll have it uploaded by noon tomorrow. Roger?
Oh, very good, very good. Can I ask you, sir, I didn't catch your location, and by the way, your signal report here is 5 and 7, 5 and 9, so very good, and great audio. Couldn't be better there, so very clean signal, and there's some heterodyne on the frequency, but I can hear you fine.
Roger, Roger. Yeah, this is Jim, Juliet India Mike, and we're down around Louisville, Kentucky. We're on the Indiana side of the Ohio River, right at Louisville. Roger.
Oh, okay, very good. Well, this is a good regional contact. Very good. Oh, I'm pleased. Yeah, I'm right here up on the lake in Cleveland, and again, this is 100 watts. Jim, thank you very much for your assistance, and sometimes, I get the complaints with people with the processor if I'm on 40 or 80 that, they're of the opinion, you need to turn that off. You need to turn the processor off. I cannot tell you how many times I've heard that and so forth. So to get an accurate report and hear you say that it sounds good, that makes me feel better. Thank you.
Roger, Roger, sir. Let me say 73 to you, and you have a good afternoon and a beautiful weekend. And if you get a chance to join us next Friday, we'd love to have you, Roger.
All my best. DAN-N8TCK, I'll be listening 73. Thank you.
Roger, Roger. And this is KC9VKV, the Friday afternoon Qso-Vlog network. And with all that being said, we got to return this frequency back to regular amateur use. So this is KC9VKV, and we'll be headed towards the dugout there, and we'll join you next Friday. This is KC9VKV, clear.